Welcome to the DigC335 video blogs by Daniel about my digital artifact that I will be making. Okay, to start off with, I'll be doing this project about how, like, the different relationship between digital and analog forms of art. I will be looking at 6 different types of art: photo, video, painting, music, literature, and let's get my notes up. And performance. Can't forget performance. So the respective digital and analog versions of that would be analog versus digital filmmaking and photography, live performance versus like the cinema experience. There's 2 different types of digital versus analog music I wanted to look at: the vinyl versus MP3, and then the computer-based music versus traditional, like, analog instruments. And I just got my approval from Chris about the medium that I want to do this in, which we'll get to in a sec. So these video blogs will be documenting the way that I make my digital artifact. So expect a ton more of those because I'm making it in a way that doesn't really sit in my comfort zone. It's not something that I've done before. But the format, like the way that the actual artifact is structured, should be very similar to the sort of thing I've done before, where I want to go out and form a qualitative idea about what these different art forms mean to different people. So I plan to get one person from each medium, so get an analog photographer and a digital photographer and an analog filmmaker, a digital filmmaker, 4 musicians, a live performer, an actor, or someone who's in a movie, someone who writes with a typewriter versus someone who writes with a laptop, and yeah, I think that covers all of them. And document their stories alongside secondary research, which covers the actual quantitative aspects of each art form. So how many, the pixel ratio between film and digital, or does vinyl actually sound better than MP3, etc., etc., or how many electronic music tracks sold versus how many live, like, actual band music songs sold. And the way that I want to produce that, I want to eventually print out and hand in as a zine, which is like a mini magazine. So instead of a magazine, it's just a zine. It's not something I've ever attempted before because I have no idea how to do any sort of graphic design. But I overheard Chris talking to a student a couple of days ago about how you shouldn't be just doing this to get the mark. Don't just do something that you've done a million times before. Mix it up a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna make a little booklet documenting the stories of all these different people, and then I want to try and take some photos of them in their natural habitat using these tools, and yeah, turn it into a little book that I can hand out and maybe even sell one day. But I'm getting way too far ahead of myself. Yeah, I've been thinking about whether or not I want to just make it digitally, or if I want to print it out, if I want to design it on Photoshop or draw it up myself and end up scanning everything. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I have absolutely no idea how to conquer with this, but I'm pretty confident that I can work around it because it's something that I've wanted to do for a while. I've wanted to make a photo book for a while, but I've been stuck on ideas of what I'm going to take photos of, because usually I just go out and take street photos and they're not really cohesive. But this is something that's much more cohesive and I think would make a wonderful book. And I'm not here to settle the argument over which form is better for each art, like with each art medium, but I definitely want to get people's views and get those facts straight. And hopefully it can be a way that if I end up selling it in the local vicinity, because I know a fair few stores around Wollongong that sell local art. If I end up distributing it, it could be a good way to get other people in, either into these art forms, or at least spread awareness that they are two different, they are very, very different mediums from each other, and there should not be this back and forth fight. You know, why can't we all just get along? And I'm going to title it Digital Kill the Analog Star, because we've all grown up in clickbait for a couple of years now, so I feel like I should make my title as clickbaity as possible. Spread that drama, and then have all just the truth on the inside. But yeah, this is Dan from the bus, signing out. Wish me luck.